This is a self-proclaimed TikTok prankster. Pranksters in quotes because that's what he claims he is. But if you ask any sane person, is this a prank?
Get into random houses, let's go.
James? Come to the front door right now, please.
James?
James.
You man, come.
Hello, James.
We need to speak to James.
James.
Hi.
Hi. James.
Is this
Right,
where the
let's go
study
back.
group is?
No. What door number is this? No.
Study group. Wait, this is not where the study group is.
We got kids, man.
Oh, you got kids? Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought this was the study group. I actually thought.
No one in their right mind would say it is. That's absolutely not a prank. That's criminal. And that video changed his life in many ways. The main way was it went extremely viral. And this brought his other pranks into question.
Hello.
Hi.
You got a nice dog?
Sorry?
You got a nice dog?
She's lovely. She's family's dog.
Big gang, whole lot of gangs. We outside. We're gonna fucking dog. We outside every single time.
Yeah, no sane person would ever think that's a prank either. Again, that's criminal. Like in the UK, you can be sentenced for up to 7 years in prison for just that. And of course, unfortunately for him, because he believes all of this is a prank, he's proud to film himself doing this and post it for the entire world to see how much of a genius he is. Just like so many of his other pranks. Like the one time he got into a random person's car and called it an Uber prank.
Huh?
What are you doing?
What do you mean what am I doing?
Get out of my car.
This is my Uber.
No.
You just pulled in. I've been waiting for time.
Out of the way. That's not an Uber. Get out, man.
Oh. Do you want to get angry? Because we should get angry. Don't close the door. Don't close. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I mean, this is just insane. It's sad that behavior like this gets so much attention, which then spawns a whole new set of complete morons who thinks this behavior is worth being famous for. But his actions have clearly caught up to him since he's been having a really bad time recently. Although that clip that we just saw could have easily caused a car accident. But what do you do if you're unfortunate enough to where that actually happens to you? Well, 1, you make sure you're okay. 2, you make sure you get a police report. 3, you make sure you contact your insurance. And 4, you get legal representation. And that's where today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in, because Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices and more than 800 lawyers. With over $15 billion recovered for clients, submitting a claim to Morgan & Morgan is so easy, it's more like ordering takeout than hiring a lawyer. So I mean, you can do it without even having to leave your house. In 8 clicks or less, you can submit a claim to Morgan & Morgan. So if you've recently been in a car accident or unlucky enough to get into one, check out forthepeople.com/Atozy or dial #law from your cell phone to check out Morgan & Morgan. But without further ado, let's jump back into the video. Because as I mentioned earlier, Mizzy has had a rough time recently. At first, this newfound fame got him invited onto a couple talk shows where he made an absolute fool out of himself and ended up having 2 separate meltdowns. Then, when he was pushed on why he does all this, he replied this.
You don't really care, do you?
The UK laws are weak, simple as. And that's not, the UK laws are weak, simple as, and that's not my fault.
Why would you ever say that? Probably a nightmare thing to hear as his defense attorney. But the problem of making a career off of filming yourself being a burden to society, to stay relevant and keep this as a career, you're gonna have to continue to do dumber and dumber stunts. And that's a recipe for disaster, especially when everything you do is filming yourself breaking the law. So naturally, he was arrested and put on probation.
Blood check blood. I'm gonna get some people. I can give you a number. No, give me your number right now. You can give me this or something. Every day. Whatever happens, the movement is.
Then he broke that probation and was arrested again. Then he was released again, and this is what he said when he was released.
Well, man just got released from jail, innit? Yeah. Obviously, these men are violating. Obviously, I breached my CBO for unstateable reasons. Like, it wasn't even my fault I breached it. Now I'm out here, nothing. I don't have my jacket, I don't have my wallet. They didn't give me nothing. And they just give me one number and I can't make no calls. They're violating. I'm not in the mood at all. No, they're saying I can't come in at all. Like, I just have to go out and find my own way now, fam. And I need to cool my system. They're violating. I'm just not happy, fam. To be honest, that's what it is. I need my sister, I need my Yeah. They tell me I need to go all the way back to Thameside before 4 o'clock to get my stuff.
I love how he still takes zero accountability. He breached his own probation, but for some reason, it wasn't his fault. Sure, dude. Whatever. He was then stopped by police because of a TikTok trend he helped promote, which was called a teen takeover, which apparently encouraged shoplifting in Oxford Street. And I mean, just by looking at the videos from that day, it's hard to argue he's having a positive impact on society. But in a recent update, the country of England has banned him from using social media. That was definitely unexpected. Here it says in a BBC article, TikTok star Mizzy banned from social media and faces custodial sentence. The prankster, real name Bakari, was charged for 4 breaches of criminal behavior order. It banned him from sharing videos of people without seeking their approval. He was found to have deliberately flouted the court order within hours of it being passed in May. GG. Well played, dude. How do you mess up that bad hours after being sentenced in court? The judge apparently yelled at him for lacking all credibility after he denied breaching the order. He's set to be sentenced on the 21st of November. The judge ordered the father of one, apparently he's a father, to not use social media at all except to send messages until the sentencing, and warned that he could be detained for the offenses he had committed. The court heard how Bakari began sharing videos of people without their consent on the same day the criminal behavior order was passed. On 24th of May, the court was shown footage shared of Agaro's X account, formerly known as Twitter, on 24th of May that featured him in Westfield Shopping Center in Stratford after he had appeared on a Piers Morgan talk TV show and mocked the British judicial system. In the video, passerbys whose consent had not been sought were visible in the background as Mizzy said to the camera, "The UK law is a joke." Dude, how stupid do you have to be to go out and say this publicly while you're in trial? This is insane. Other videos shared to his Snapchat account, which is where the breach because they were filmed without people's consent, showed 2 people being roughed up on camera. So that would probably be this video.
No. So it's you. Right down, fam. It's you with the glasses. Well, yeah, do the...
What? Listen.
No, basically, man, see you from over there, yeah? Take a seat. Take a seat, bro.
Again, that is such a stupid thing to be doing. If he was in the US, he might not be breathing right now, because that whole situation just goes so many steps past a simple prank. But apparently he's now claiming that a friend logged in and posted videos to his Twitter account without his consent, but the judge dismissed this. So Agaro told the court that he only mocked the British justice system to get a reaction online. Sure, bud. He was found guilty of 2 of the 4 charges for breaching his criminal behavior order by posting the videos online. Judge Bones said the behavior was a deliberate challenge to the criminal behavior order, which crossed the custody threshold. Earlier, Agaro's defense lawyer Paul Lennon tried to have the hearing adjourned, saying the defendant had recently been arrested on suspicion of perverting the course of justice. Also arrested was Agaro's main witness in the case, who was due to give evidence at the trial, and both were bailed on the condition they did not contact each other, the court heard. And his defense attorney claimed that Agaro was unable to receive a fair trial without his only witness, but his application was rejected by the judge. So this is not looking good for him. So in the UK, breaching a criminal behavior order can give you up to 5 years in prison, and he's been found guilty on 2 counts of this. So it looks like his incredibly stupid pranks are now catching up with him, and he is probably going to spend a decent amount of time behind bars. I'm currently filming this on the 20th of November, so I'll make another update on the 21st. I also checked to see what his last post on social media was before his ban, and it's safe to say he isn't doing himself any favors for his sentencing here. There is a 0% chance that that is his car, so again, well played, dude. You have ruined your life for basically a tiny bit of social media attention. Was it worth it for him? I sure hope not. All right, so a recent update to this is Mizzy has actually been sentenced to 18 weeks in jail, specifically some sort of youth institution, with the judge Matthew Bones saying, put bluntly, your pranks are not funny. He said the 19-year-old's so-called pranks were motivated by a desire to be famous and to receive money and designer clothes from sponsors. The judge also added, your actions caused innocent members of the public significant harm and distress. You claimed on national television the laws were weak. Well, the judge kind of proved the TikTok prankster right by only sentencing him to 18 weeks of jail. So who knows if he'll actually learn anything, but I guess that's just the circle of life when it comes to the TikTok prankster. They do something outrageous for some clicks and attention, they get arrested for it, they get a slap on the wrist, they get released, and then the cycle just continues because then they go out and do something more insane for more more attention. So who knows? If he learns something, that might actually be the last time we talk about him here on this channel. If he does it, I guess we'll be making another video 5 months from now.